Hello everyone and welcome back to Advice from a Recruiter. For those of you who are new on the channel or don't know me, I am Raluca and I'm sharing weekly tips or advices in order to help you get the job you desire. Today we'll tackle the 3 most common interview questions and how to answer them effectively in order for you to be prepared to nail that job interview. So let's get into it. The first and most important question, and the most common one actually, is tell me about yourself. Why is the most important? Is because this is your chance right now to tell them about your previous career background. In this question, it is important to focus on the achievements, that you had in your previous jobs, of course mentioning the previous jobs that led up to the present moment, and focus as well on the education or certification courses that you might take in order to help you improve as a professional. For example, if you want to give real example from your previous job, start mentioning about how you showcased your capabilities and your strength in that specific example. Also, it is very important here to mention if you have any particular languages that you speak, if you have any particular interests when it comes to passions about work. So for example, let's talk about hospitality and you are a sommelier. So if you've taken the WSET courses or if you have a passion for wines, this is the moment you to express and talk a little bit more about the passions that you have. Question number 2, why do you want to work here? Or why do you want to work with us? It's another classic, I would call it, because as well it's very common in the interview, and this is the moment where you have the chance to tell them if you've done your homework or not. And what I mean by homework is if you've researched about the company. Before you go for an interview, and this is a topic that I will discuss in another video, it's very important to research about the company. It's very important to read the job description as well. And when you're being asked why do you want to work with them, start telling them about themselves. Start talking a little bit about the company and how the goals and values of the companies align with your career goals. Talk about your strengths and how they can match the values of the company. Also, it's very important at this stage to express if you have any specific career goals, if you want to aim for something higher, a higher position, or if you want to develop yourself in a certain area within the company. This is the moment where you can express to the hiring team and you can convince them that you are the right fit. And finally, and the most tricky one in my opinion, is what are your strengths and weaknesses? The hiring team is usually using this question, is asking this question simply because they want to see if you have a self-critical eye, if you know how to recognize in yourself that nobody's perfect and that we have our own weaknesses, but we own them and we are willing to improve, and also to see how do you present yourself when it comes to the strengths that you have. How do you talk about the points that are the strongest in your character and in your personality? When you talk about the weaknesses, please try to be honest, because throughout the course of your journey in the company, let's say, they will see, and this is how they would realize what kind of personality we have, and this is how they realize if we have been true to ourselves when we spoke about during the interview. Because most of the times the hiring team is the human resources team that you'll be working with after you get hired. So let's take a couple of examples for both strengths and weaknesses and see what exactly we should be answering when asked this question. When it comes to strength, I think a quality that everyone should possess in any kind of job you are encountering yourself, and that is the ability to stay calm under pressure. Why? Because staying calm under pressure is a true gift, because in the moment you are under pressure and you are calm, if you are calm, you will be able to think of solutions. And every company would like to hire someone to solve the problems that the company has. It's a solution finder. This is what companies they would like to hire. So if you have the ability to stay calm under pressure, you should be mentioning that. When it comes to weaknesses, here there are certain weaknesses that on the long run, and if we work on them, can be turned into advantages and strengths. And this is what you should be mentioning. Something like too detail-oriented, for example. When we are too detail-oriented, yes, it might take time, and sometimes it might put us behind the team or delay us in delivering certain projects, or maybe sometimes not keeping the deadlines. But if we make a job good and if the job is well done, then the result will overshadow basically the fact that we had a bit of a delay. Or you could say that you do have a certain weakness, as I said, detail-oriented, but you're working on it, on balancing it. Remember, authenticity and preparations are the most important parts of getting the job. And with the preparation, I hope by the answers that I've given you today, I helped a little bit. Try to practice them until they feel natural. And also, don't forget that an interview, it goes both ways. So whenever you're going for the interview, try to see if the company fits and try to ask questions. And we're going to be discussing in another video what kind of questions you should be asking to the hiring team as well. That's it for today, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Advice from a Recruiter and give me a thumbs up if you like it. And don't forget to put down in the comment box what are your interview experiences, what are the questions that you'd like to receive answers, and good luck with the interview. I'll see you next week. Thank you.